Welcome and thank you for joining us on the channel's book club. Last week, we showed you some of what happened at the 13th edition of the Nigerian International Book Fair. We'll be showing you more of that today, plus an interview focused on why bookshops are dying and the book industry in Nigeria is struggling. After we take a short break, we'll start with the reports on the Nigerian International Book Fair. We'll be right back.
It's the 13th edition of the Nigerian International Book Fair, steadily building a reputation of being Africa's largest trade fair for books. The fair brings participants from all spheres together.
It's been what a while because we came here to expose our titles. We are a professional company that is focused in ICT, and we've written textbooks for the Nigerian primary and secondary schools from primary 1 to 6 and from just 1 to senior secondary. 10 titles in all. And it's been well received there. These are approved books written strictly for the Nigerian curriculum. And we're happy to be here. And we look forward to next year as well.
This year is very good, and every year we are coming almost for last 10 years. And every year we are expecting more and more business. Most of our titles are adopted in the universities of Nigeria. And we are expecting some more new customers, more new students, more new books. We always come up. Every year we bring at least minimum 100 new titles. And everything is going through. It's good. We are very satisfied.
For us this year is better. I think lots of awareness had gone out and publicity rather, and so many people are aware of it. And on our own side too, we try sending mails to our customers, customers on our database. So I guess that's why it's slightly better than last year.
I have enjoyed the book fair so far. There are educational books like the encyclopedia, the first children's encyclopedia, and there are so many other storybooks and different things we can learn from.
The books are nice, encouraging, and good.
It's very beautiful. I love the storybooks. I love everywhere, and this is my first time coming here.
And visitors alike who wish to share ideas, topics and trends that are moving the industry.
I mean, I'm a fan of books. I have virtually books in every area, aspect, of life, and it's helped me. It even helps me with my children. I go back to a book, and I'm able to find, answers to their assignments. I go further than what they are even asked, and their teachers are usually impressed. So I'm a book lover, and I would think the best we can do is try to encourage people actually to read, and also do something about the prices of our book, and also publication in the sense that I don't think a lot of our people within are being encouraged to publish. I don't know if it's because of the piracy thing that is happening, but I meet a lot of knowledgeable people who will like to put something down, but are discouraged because of that.
I actually have a mission for coming to the book fair, but then in the process of achieving that, I realized that a lot of people, especially people here, are passionate about books and reading. But I don't know about outside the book fair center. It's like a different world entirely. When you're in the book fair, you see people passionate about books, about reading, about getting the best out of the book fair. There are a lot of trainings going on. People want to be part of it, and I feel alive when I'm in a book fair environment. It's just a different world entirely.
The Nigerian International Book Fair opens up a world of opportunities for all those interested in shaping the future of the book industry. 13 years and still going strong, the Nigerian International Book Fair is one that should still be around for a very long time.
Welcome back. Mrs. Oluronke Orimalade is a veteran in the bookshop business. In this next interview, she shares with us her experiences and views on why our bookshops are dying and the book industry in Nigeria is generally suffering. Please stay tuned. Thank you very much for joining us here today.
My pleasure.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Now, you've had about 30, 40 years of experience in the book industry, but can you just give us a peep, an insight into that background of yours? How has it been, and what have you been through over those many years?
I've been in the book industry since 1967, when I was 27 years old. I started as a librarian. I worked at the National Library of Nigeria for 10 years. Then I worked at the University of Michigan Center for Research on Economic Development as a librarian for 2 years. Then I veered into university book selling. I was a bookshop manager for 23 years, from 1978 to 2000. Then in January 2000, I was posted to be the acting managing director of University of Lagos Press. That is when I retired in the year 2000 and then set up my own bookstore in January 2001. So you can see that I spent all my working career in the book industry. It's an industry I have a passion for, that I know inside out, and I cannot leave it. I just have to be in the book industry. Now, talking about my experiences, when I was in the library, everything was good about the book industry. I would say there was a level of respect for the practitioners. What do I mean by that? Like the management at the National Library then, headed by Dr. Ajay, late Dr. Ajay, made sure that it was part of the acquisition policy. I was the head of collection development division, that National Library should not buy books directly from publishers, but through booksellers. Even those that were sending books to us from UK, from US, they were Nigerians. So you see, he knew that booksellers are an important arm of the book industry. Things were not as bad as this until I became the bookshop manager, managing the University of Lagos bookshop. Well, you would say that problems came during the military, I would say, because we passed through so many stages, SAP, so many, and then suddenly you discover that you could not import books again from UK or from US because the prices were becoming expensive because of high exchange rate. When I said high at that time, it was about 5 to 1. When you are talking about pound to naira, and we considered it high. So, fortunately for me, the chairman of the bookshop management committee at the University of Lagos at that time is a professor of business admin. He was an Indian. That was I would say with all modesty, that was the University of Lagos bookshop that brought importation of Indian books to Nigeria. That was how he made sure that I was going to the New Delhi International Book Fair since 1980. Every 2 years I've been going. Not just myself from Nigeria. We discover many African booksellers now discovered that books from India were cheaper than books imported from the US and UK. If I got to a state that the University of Lagos bookshop, in collaboration with the Indian High Commission and supported by Capex Sale of their own country, we exhibited books for 6 weeks at the University of Lagos Senate building for our professors and lecturers to have a view of the books. And they considered the books, quite interesting, because they were looking at the contents. And over the years, you have discovered that the standard, the quality has improved. Because before, some of the lists were falling. But look at some of the Indian books now, they have really improved. Then the challenge is, like I said, how to get tertiary level books. when I was an academic bookseller, because Nigerian publishers, they concentrate on what I call bread and butter part of the book industry, that is school books, primary and secondary. But at tertiary level, there was no, importation was 95%. Yes, when I was managing the university bookshop, because look at technical subjects like technology, science, medicine, the core textbooks were written by professors in UK and US. So then I started what I call campus authors exhibition, because I said to myself, we cannot be importing like this, because at that time we thought the prices were high due to exchange rate, which was 5 to 1. Then I now started what I call campus authors exhibition, because some of the professors, in fairness to them, academic staff, they have written some books. I take Faculty of Law, UNILAG for example. When Professor Elias was the dean, he encouraged the lecturers to write law textbooks, which are published by Maxwell in the UK. And these were really good books by any standard. So they were happy